Hello, this is KM. Welcome back to my channel. Before we begin, I just want to say that this was a really hard list to make. Like, this is the hardest top 10 song list that I've ever made so far. I genuinely liked every single number in this musical, which is saying something because most musicals, there's always that one song where I'm like, yeah, no. But this one, chef's kiss. Also, something fun for this particular video is my sister made her own list.
Courteously.
He's gonna hit him with the fly swatter!
I thought it'd be fun to compare our ranking and see how different or how similar they are, so you'll be hearing from her. Please keep in mind though, every single number in this musical could have been in the top 5, top 3, the top of the top for a multitude of different reasons. It's just that this is a ranking video, so some will be in the bottom and some will be at the top. That's just how it goes in ranking videos. Truly, I could change my whole list right now and it still wouldn't feel right. That's just the kind of musical 1776 is for me. All of them are great songs and it's really hard to choose the best one. But here we are, so let's start. Here is my top 10 list for 1776.
You see, we piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Not one damn thing do we solve. Piddle, twiddle, and resolve. Nothing's ever solved.
So I know this is gonna get some heat right now, but if I had to choose my least favorite songs in the musical, it would be the duets between John and Abigail. I am not saying they're bad. Compliments especially gives me goosebumps. I love how Abigail in a way comes to John's rescue and gives him the courage and determination to keep going even when all hope seems lost. And that ending note, so good. I just really can't get past the harmonies between John and Abigail. Now, for whatever reason, the Broadway cast recording is way nicer on the ears than the movie version for all 3 of their songs. I can stand to listen to those recordings a lot more. With all that being said though, I just really like Piddle, Twiddle, and Resolve. For 1, it's fun to say. 2, it's a funny number where John complains to God about Congress. And 3, I think the song does a great job establishing the relationship between John and Abigail. When Abigail comes into the song to offer her own advice, we get a good idea of how sweet and mature the relationship is. The two talk, bicker, and comfort one another over the situation they have both found themselves in. You can feel that longing they have for one another. Again, while their numbers are not my favorite, they are necessary for the musical, and I do still like them. Also, I just really want to squeal every time I hear John say, "My dearest friend." That is so dang cute. And for my sister, she put in number 10, "Is anybody there?" And she said, "I honestly don't even remember this number." What's funny is I have that number way higher on the list.
Lasses to rum to slaves. 'Tisn't morals, 'tis money that saves.
So, to my surprise, John Cullum, the actor who played Rutledge in the movie version, is not the one who sings in the cast recording. That would be Clifford David. I found out in my reaction video to the 1969 stage production that apparently David was the original actor for Rutledge and left the role shortly after its opening on Broadway. From there, Cullum took over the role. Listening to this interpretation of the song is quite different from the movie. For one, David really drags out his notes in this number. I don't know how to really say this, but he makes his voice sound like he's crying and almost whiny in a way, compared to Cullum's voice that sounds more angry and feral. Furthermore, David does not have as low as a voice as Cullum does. Cullum just has this really nice low baritone voice that just really elevates the song. Also, while David is a nice singer, he doesn't utilize any kind of vocal fluctuation to make his lines or the lyrics stand out at all. He keeps the same kind of tone throughout the whole number. I mean, maybe I'm just biased now because I've heard Cullum sing this song so many times, but I definitely prefer Cullum's interpretation to the number over David's. For anyone who hasn't seen 1776, This is quite the shocking and serious number in a overall funny and comedic musical. It delves into the hypocrisy of trades between America and the rest of the world and the horrific practice of slavery. And it drives that point home more with the sound effects that accompany the music. The drums, the whips, the bells. It's a powerful, heavy number that needs to hit home the seriousness of the situation. And to me, Colin brings that home. His acting in the film also sells the ugliness of the whole thing really well too. Just truly terribly powerful. As for my sister, she put down yours, yours, yours. She said, this was sweet, but that's about it. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it. Yeah, I kind of feel the same way about all of their numbers.
Hey, hey, mama, look sharp.
I remember when I first heard this number. Up until that point, all the songs are very comedic and fun and silly, and then bam! Out of nowhere comes this minor character that has this very sad number. I just couldn't understand why this song was in the musical at the time. It just felt really out of place. But then I did some research and found out why this song was in the script. And once I understood the importance of this number, Mama Looks Sharp felt so heavy. This song is to give a different perspective on the events of 1776. It's there to give a voice to those who were not heard during this time period. And personally, I feel like this song honors every man and woman who has died for this country. Now, whenever I listen to it, it brings a tear to my eye every time. It's just such a sad song. This song is a very necessary number. It's gorgeous and it's just so underrated. In Haley's ranking, it is cool, cool, considerate men. The men are cool, while at the same time, the song called Sit Down, John repeatedly talks about how it's too hot in here. I don't know what she means by that. I think she means that they repeat cool so many times like they do with Sit Down, John, because they repeat Sit Down, John a lot in that number. I realized that was not the point of the song, but I think that's hilarious. Okay.
God knows the temperature's hot enough to hatch a stone,
But will it hatch an egg?
This is a very fun and simple song, and I love all the harmonies that are sprinkled throughout it. While listening to it, I just kept bouncing my head to the beat. I will admit, at first this song was so weird to me. I mean, a song about the nation's bird. Quite strange, but okay. But the more I listened to it, the more I felt almost patriotic. I like the symbolism that the egg is Britain and the eagle that hatches from that egg is America. It's a fun image to make. No disrespect to the Brits, of course. The only reason this song is lower on the list is the harmony at the end of the number is a bit off. I'm not sure what was going on, but no one seems in key. Otherwise, it's a cute, fun little number that will get stuck in your head if you're not careful. And the song that took the 7th spot for Haley is Molasses to Rum. So this song was very eerie. It is very eerie, but it said everything no one else wanted to say. I like that they didn't dance over the subject, they just went straight for the meat. I completely agree. Again, this song is so happy and joyful and fun, and then bam, this song comes in and you're like, oh gosh, how did we get here? However, it is a very necessary song.
Come sing Hosanna, Hosanna, in our breeding and our manner, we are cool.
Now, speaking of Molasses to Rum, I've seen many label Cool, Cool, Considerate Men as the villain song of the musical, or one of the villain songs in the musical, and I can see why. Half of Congress doesn't want to give up their pleasures for a war they're not sure they can win. Some of them didn't even ask for war. However, I personally don't see this as a villain song. Antagonistic? Maybe, but not evil. More of a morally gray song with morally gray characters. To me, this song is not about money, gold, land, or property. Sure, they talk about those things, but that's not the main point of this number. This song is about fear. Fear of the unknown and the consequences that could happen based on their actions. It's not about politics. It's not about whether one should be on the right or the left. Cool, Cool, Considerate Men is not a surface level song with one-dimensional villainous characters. It's deeper than that. And that's why I love this number. Also, side note, like Molasses to Rum, the actor who sings in the cast recording is not the same actor from the movie version. And again, I might be biased, but I do prefer the movie version. There's no major reason in particular. I just prefer Donald Madden's voice more. Also, I found the voices in the movie version to be a lot more fuller. Like, it sounded like there were way more men in the movie than the Broadway cast recording. I don't know, the cast recording just sounded very empty to me. And I need those harmonies.
I need them.
Anyways, that's beside the point. If you prefer to view this song as a villain song, that's completely fine. I get it. But I would like to bring onto the table that this song is more than that. It's more than a villain song. It's more than a political song. It is a song that reveals how human these men are. So, just want to bring that into the conversation. At number 6 for Haley is Piddle, Twiddle, and Resolve. So I guess she liked John and Abigail's duets more than I did. I just have to say I like the words piddle and twiddle. Adding these to my vocabulary.
Are you judging me right now?
I am. On to the top 5.
Is anybody there? Does anybody care?
I told you I had this number high on the list. I just think this song really encompasses what the entire musical is about. After hearing George Washington's letter, John resolves to figure out how to move forward because he sees what could be in the future if they succeed. The fireworks, the cheering, and the freedom that comes with independence. And to him, that's more important than anything else. Despite all the odds, he is not going to allow these conflicts with the other men to stop him in creating a new nation. For me, it's an incredibly patriotic song that gives me chills. While I do think William Daniels is not the best singer, the amount of anger and grit that comes out of his voice makes you want to fight with him. It's an inspirational song that gives you a sense of hope and encouragement. It's the most simple yet most evocative moment in the entire musical. Love it. For Haley's top 5, she put down the egg. What an interesting way to refer to America gaining independence. I agree, I never thought of America hatching from an egg.
But I say you should write it, Franklin. Yes, you.
Hell no.
Yes, you, Dr. Franklin. You.
This song is so funny. I don't even know where to start. I just find this number so funny every single time I listen to it. John, knowing he shouldn't write the new document because everyone dislikes him, tries to convince the other writers to do it for him, but each one turns him down. However, John is persistent to get Thomas Jefferson to write it, as he is an excellent writer, better than John is even. After much back and forth, Thomas finally agrees, but not without a few words to express his frustration. There are so many great one-liners in this musical, and really the comedy writes itself in this number. The lyrics are just so witty and clever. It's playful, it's silly, it's kind of cartoonish, and probably cheesy for some people, but it's just the ultimate comedy song for me. It just fits my type of humor so well. I still can't get over with John and Thomas arguing in the foreground, and then in the background we have all the men just singing about murder and just having the time of their lives back there. Oh, and did I forget the harmonies? The harmonies. Fantastic number. No notes. At number 4 for Haley is But Mr. Adams. Okay, so we agree on that. We both had a blast watching that number.
Oh my
gosh.
What a number.
Sit down, John. Sit down, John. For God's sake, John, sit down.
I remember when I first heard the song and I didn't know what to make of it. It felt like such an odd choice for an opening number. However, after listening to it many times later, I have come to absolutely love this number. and its clever use of introducing the show. As an opening song, it does what it needs to do. It introduces us to our main character, John Adams, and showcases to the audience how the rest of the cast feels about him. The lyrics reveal what the rest of the numbers are going to be like: silly, witty, and perhaps a bit cartoonish as well. And as for the theme, it subconsciously introduces the question, will these men be able to compromise? If they can't find a compromise whether to open or close windows, how can they find a compromise to something as important and big as creating a new nation? And also, to no one's surprise, I adore the harmonies. And this song is very catchy. It will get stuck in your head. And will you look at that, Haley and I agree again. She wrote Sit Down John as well. This is so funny. Sit down, John. It's hot in here. Don't let the flies in. Literally those three things on repeat. It's a very catchy song.
He plays the violin. He tucks it right under his chin.
Such a fantastic song. I grinned so big when I first heard this number. And I haven't mentioned this yet, but I've listened to not only this cast recording, but also the movie version and the 1997 version back to back, just for funsies, and I'm an overachiever. And I loved how each version gives us a different type of Martha. The 1969 version is big and bold. The movie version is meek and quiet, while the 1997 version is quirky and joyful. This could also be in relation to the actress's singing skills, since this song is very hard to sing, but I liked that each actress added so much character into their voices. And I love the music that accompanies the lyrics. I mean, it's pretty on the nose because, you know, the violin is playing in the background. Violins are gorgeous. They have such a gorgeous sound. But anyways, it just feels like you are dancing in a ballroom. Just gives you that vibe, and I love that vibe. Love the lyrics as well. It's just so playful and joyful and just so fun. 10 out of 10 will and has gotten stuck in my head. And honestly, this song would have been in first place if it wasn't for the song that is in first place. Okay, this is really funny because Haley and I, we switched our favorite numbers. For second place, she put down the Lees of Old Virginia. Here-a-lee, there-a-lee, everywhere-a-lee-a-lee. I love how happy this character is. Yeah, I really like the song too. Before we get to that though, like I said, I listened to the 1969 version along with the 1997 version. Since it was available, and I have to say, I love this soundtrack almost, if not more, than the original one. I hope that's not controversial to say. I don't know. Is that going to cause some heated discussions? I don't know. I just like it more simply because the vocals are better. I really like William Daniels, but Brent Spiner, who plays John Adams in the 1997 version, sings the songs so much better. It's not as grating in the ears, even the numbers between John and Abigail. I mean, their songs work a lot better because Spiner he can really sing. Now, I won't say all the musical numbers are better than the original. I think numbers like Cool, Cool, Considerate Men, and Compliments are done better in the 1969 version. And sometimes the 1997 version sounds really empty, but both versions are fantastic. I recommend listening to both soundtracks. They're both genuinely really good. So just wanted to give a special shout out there. Now on to the number one song, the best song in 1776. I absolutely love this number. If there was a song that described joy, this would be it. I smile so wide whenever this song comes up because the music is so happy and the actor who sings it is so happy, and it just makes me want to be happy and dance and be silly. Is it over the top? Sure, but I think this song can have a pass. What is interesting is in the 1969 version, the actor's voice is a bit scratched up, whereas in the movie version, his voice is peak perfection. So I don't know why they couldn't have given the actor another go, but whatever, he's still amazing. Super memorable, great one-liners, and great wordplay on, you know, Lee. When he starts singing all the different Lee words, it just cracks me up. 10 out of 10 would recommend. And for Haley, her top favorite song is He Plays the Violin. Who doesn't like this song? And the dance sequence. Her voice is angelic. He plays the violin. I don't have a belty voice, so just ignore me. And with that, that is our top 10 favorite songs from 1776. Again, making this list was very hard, and my sister agreed. She was having a very difficult time trying to figure out how to place all the songs in her list. And what's funny is there's only 13 musical numbers, so we had to scratch out only 3 of them. Which was really hard to do because, again, all these numbers are fantastic. But this list was fun to make. It was a nice challenge. So now I'm bringing it back to you all. What is your favorite song from 1776? Do you have a top 10 list? If you could make a top 10 list, what would it be? How would you rank these numbers? I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time with my video essay on 1776. Thank you all so much for watching. Bye-bye.